Hi guys. Welcome to True Channel. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. 20 mysterious abandoned things and places in the world. So make sure to watch the full video. Something constructed with a certain goal in mind occasionally falls short of expectations and is left unfinished. The building would have witnessed a number of shocking crimes over the course of its lifetime, from inhumane torture to unnatural deaths. Whatever the explanation for these inexplicable phenomena, whether it be supernatural, paranormal, unearthly, spiritualistic, or demonic creatures with a sinister goal, it remains unknown. Only adventurers visit these locations, and natives stay out of them as well. 20 Polypal Island, New York's Bannerman Castle. Ruins of the Bannerman Castle Armory can be found in New York on Polypal Island in the Hudson River. Following the purchase of American military surplus from the Spanish War, Francis Bannerman VI constructed a sizable storage facility. However, a significant explosion of ammunition in 1920 caused much of the castle to be destroyed. Later the castle's ruins were left to rot. 19 New York's Dundas Castle. For his Scottish wife, Anna Dundas, architect Bradford L. Gilbert created the opulent New York castle. But before the building was finished, Gilbert passed away, and Dundas entered a sanitarium. Even though no one had the opportunity to live there, Dundas' ghost is said to haunt the castle's empty halls, according to local legend. 18 The Belgian Miranda Castle. On a gloomy day in the fall, the abandoned and unsettling Miranda Castle. During the French Revolution, Count Liedekerk Beaufort, a political activist from Belgium, was compelled to leave his home and relocate with his family to a nearby country. A summer residence was commissioned to be built in 1866 by the English architect Edward Milner. However, Milner passed away before the castle was finished. The castle then operated as an orphanage, a summer camp run by the National Railway Company of Belgium, and a camp for the Nazis during World War II. Due to the high cost of maintenance, the castle was finally abandoned in 1991. 17 The Scottish Castle of Kilkerne. Scotland's Kilkerne Castle reflected in the early morning light. Some of Scotland's most influential individuals have called Kilkerne Castle, which was built in the middle of the 15th century, home. But despite its striking location, it was abandoned in the 1700s and now serves only as a fantastic backdrop for photographs. 16 England's Bodiam Castle. Historically significant Bodiam Castle and moat in East Sussex, England. The castle in East Sussex, England, was constructed in the 14th century to defend the region against the French. It withstood multiple battles until being abandoned. It still exists today as a well-liked tourist destination in England. 15 Worcestershire, England's Whitley Court. At the Whitley Court Country House in Worcestershire, England, is the Perseus and Andromeda Fountain. After the tragic fire of 1937, the palatial Whitley Court from the 19th century never quite managed to regain its former splendor. Previously abandoned, the vast estate has now undergone restoration and is now a popular tourist destination. Wanderers can view the enormous Perseus and Andromeda Fountain while strolling through the grounds. 14 Dome Homes, Florida. Florida's eerie-looking Dome Homes. The Dome Homes is a building that was constructed as a holiday home and is located on Cape Romano, a small island off the coast of Marco Island, Florida. The construction, which resembled an alien spacecraft, was eventually taken down due to a string of hurricanes and the receding coastline. 13 8 Krakow, Italy. An abandoned village in Basilicata in southern Italy's Krakow in the moonlight in 540 AD, a little hill town in Basilicata, southern Italy, was founded. However, the town's position ended up being the cause of its demise. Krakow was eventually completely abandoned by the early 1990s as a result of the town's subpar agriculture, the landslide of 1963, the flood of 1972, and the continuing instability of the hill on which it was situated. The popular film The Passion of the Christ, however, featured it once again. 12 Turkey's Kayaköy. The Turkish town of Kayaköy's abandoned ruins. Due to the political population exchange with Greece, Kayaköy town in Turkey, which is tucked in the Taurus Mountains, has been abandoned since the 1920s. It is one of the most well-known abandoned areas in the world with approximately 350 derelict homes. 11 Fordlandia, Brazil. Fordlandia was founded by Henry Ford, the company's founder, in 1927 with the intention of becoming a sizable rubber plantation in the Amazonian rainforest. Ford designed a corporate city around it with every conceivable luxury. The corporate metropolis was rumored to have bungalows, a golf course, swimming pools, and even a facility to learn national American dances. However, the concept of a booze ban incensed the local labor force, who in 1930 destroyed the manager's vehicles and fled into the bush. The city has been deserted ever since. 10 Varosha, Cyprus. the beach in Varosha and Famagusta, northern Cyprus, and abandoned hotels. North Cyprus's Varosha was a contemporary tourist destination in the early 1970s. Celebrities like Brigitte Bardot and Elizabeth Taylor were drawn to the area's opulent beaches and hotels, and they sunbathed directly on the Varosha beach. However, after the Turkish invasion in 1974, everything suddenly altered, and everyone abandoned the region out of fear of slaughter. Due to tight political circumstances, the region has been deserted ever since. 9. Ukraine's Pripyat. Abandoned automobile ride area in Pripyat's theme park. Nuclear radiation leaked throughout the entire city as a result of the 1986 Chernobyl nuclear power plant catastrophe. Pripyat, which once housed thousands of plant workers and their families, had to be immediately evacuated. 8. Villa Epecuén, Argentina's Buenos Aires province. From the 1920s to the early 1980s, Villa Epecuén, a former tourist destination on the shores of Lake Epecuén, enjoyed tremendous popularity. However, the village was completely inundated in 1985 when the dam that was holding back the lake's waters failed. Even though the water subsided, the village's remnants have been abandoned ever since. 7. Namibia's Kolmanskop. Sand has taken over a building in Namibia's Kolmanskop, a former diamond mining town. German settlers seeking diamonds established the hamlet in the Namib Desert in 1908. However, by the middle of the 1950s the resources had run out and the settlement had to be abandoned. Today the homes are piled high with sand, giving the community an unsettling but striking appearance. 6. Taiwan's Sanxi. Taiwan's abandoned Sanxi buildings that resemble UFOs. The US military soldiers returning from their posts in Asia created Sanxi, the city of the UFO dwellings in Taiwan, as a vacation spot. But in 1980, this site had to close due to catastrophic car accidents and lost investments. The building was completely destroyed in 2010. 5. Ghost town of Bodie, United States of America. The town's rich gold and silver mines were first discovered by miners in 1876. Due to its numerous brothels and hoppy joints, the city quickly earned the moniker Sin City. And it didn't take long for it to finally fail in the 1940s and turn into one of the best preserved ghost towns in the entire globe. 4. China's Gouke Island. On the small Chinese island of Gouke, off the coast of Shanghai, there is an abandoned town that has been covered with flora. The fishing community of Gouke Island, which is situated on the Yangtze River in China, is well known for its luxuriant structures that are draped with ivy and vegetation. 3. Ross Island, India. Old British chapel ruins on Ross Island. Ross Island, an abandoned island in the southern Andaman Sea, served as the former British administrative hub for the Indian penal settlement. It is presently kept up by the government and is one of Andaman's top tourist destinations. This deserted island has a spooky atmosphere because to the graveyard and the collapsed church. 2. Hashima Island in the Japanese prefecture of Nagasaki. Aerial image of Japan's abandoned Hashima Island in the Nagasaki prefecture. Known as the Battleship Island, Hashima Island once housed a coal mining operation, a hospital, a school and a large number of eateries, late 19th century to mid-20th century. However, nowadays they are all in terrible condition. 1. Mexico's Isla de las Muecas. On the trees of Mexico's island of dolls, dolls are hung on the outskirts of Mexico City is where you'll find the island of dolls. According to the legend, the former keeper of the island found a dead girl in the canal that surrounded it. He started taking dolls out of the trash and hanging them all over the island, trying to placate the ghost of the murdered girl. Strangely, the caretaker's body was discovered in 2001 in the same location where he claimed to have seen the girl's corpse. So, that's it for today. We hope you enjoyed the video. Use the comment section below to tell us what you think about the video. Also, subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to be notified of all the latest videos.